How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all having an amazing day. In this video, we are going to talk about Multiversus news, or better yet, lack thereof, because since the launch of Marvin, there has been very little news or any major content drops, which is absolutely wild because when Multiversus started, news and content was coming out weekly. I'm gonna give my opinion here on what happened with Multiversus and what I think the future has in store for Multiversus. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, but let's cut this plug and get right into it. Multiversus suffers from something that I like to call the Valheim effect. It's essentially where a game has a major blow up in popularity with very limited dev team. This happened with Valheim, and I believe they only had like 5 devs or something, and the game blew up. This does several things. It causes server problems. First off, it causes bugs, new content, and more bugs, obviously. And it has to be difficult to balance new content, fixing bugs, tons of player server fixes, all of that on a development cycle has to be hard to balance. And the reason I'm using Valheim as a comparison is because there are a lot of similarities here that I think apply. Like both Valheim and Multiversus gained a lot of attention in a small period of time, and both games launched with a solid idea for a game that needed to be polished. And while Valheim is completely different genre and way bigger than Multiversus, and its dev team was significantly smaller than Multiversus, that's not the point I'm trying to make here. I'm simply trying to compare what might be similar development problems that arise when small teams find huge success. Let me try here to elaborate more on what I'm talking about when it comes to the Multiversus side of things and what my hopes are for the future of Multiversus. To be fair, Multiversus did all that they could with Season 1 content-wise. While the servers fell apart and the game modes and matchmaking were left untouched, which even with consistent content led to a major player drop-off. The major player drop-off isn't all bad though, because big player numbers dropping off has allowed them the opportunity to play catch up on quality of life things here in Season 2, because Season 2 has been very, very dry. Season 1 versus Season 2 content-wise is night and day, but quality of life-wise is also night and day, because Multiversus in Season 2 has been working on their servers constantly, as well as running ranked betas to dial in that new ranked mode, which I believe is gonna breathe a breath of fresh air into this game. Bringing it back to the Valheim side of things, Valheim was a solid game when it launched, but it did have problems and issues and a lack of content, and it did take the dev team a while to start pumping that content out. But when they did, because it's already built on a very solid foundation of a game, the new content that they pumped out breathed new life into that game. Valheim is still a very popular game, and I think Multiversus is gonna have that same thing happen. They just need to dial in and fix the quality of life issues that come with running a game with a mass population. They gotta fix the servers, they gotta get the bugs fixed, hitboxes dialed in, balance dialed in, all of that, so that when new characters do start coming out again and new modes are starting to come out again, it doesn't immediately run back into the problem of people are like, oh, well, the servers are still absolutely garbage, so why even waste my time with a ranked mode or you know, oh, cool, new characters but no new modes. My hope is that they come out with ranked ASAP, because there's a pretty solid chunk of the player base who likes to grind out and push themselves competitively, and I believe that when you give that chunk of the player base nothing to do when it comes to a ranked mode, they'll just leave. That's what I did. I'm literally waiting on ranked to come into Multiversus in a solid finalized state. Let me know down in the comments what you think went wrong with Multiversus and if they're gonna be able to get things back on track. But that's all of the information that I had to go over in this video. I hope you guys all have an amazing day. I'm out.